So what if your deepest fears weren't just, stuck in your head? What if they could actually morph reality itself?
Yeah, imagine that. Your anxiety is literally reshaping the world around you.
It's a wild idea. And that's pretty much the core of what we're diving into today, this new mobile game, Marvel Mystic Mayhem.
Exactly. We're going to unpack the game's whole premise, the lore behind it, which is fascinating, and how Marvel's heroes actually fight this kind of, well, nightmarish threat.
Right.
And just so you know, we're drawing from the official Marvel announcements and a pretty detailed gameplay transcript we got our hands on.
Okay, excellent. So that premise, the whole fear reshaping reality thing, really sets a spooky state. Let's ground ourselves, though. What is this game?
Right. So it's a superhero team-based tactical RPG mobile game developed by NetEase Games and Marvel Games. And it's set, right in the heart of the Marvel universe, as they say.
Makes sense.
But the really compelling part, that's the villain. Nightmare, the Lord of Dreams.
Nightmare. Okay, I know the name. And his goal sounds...
Yeah, chilling is the word. He doesn't just, give people bad dreams, does he?
Oh, it's much worse than that. It's insidious, really. He unearths the darkest dreams of the waking, and then invades the minds of heroes and villains. And his goal isn't just torment, it's to awaken their inner fears, specifically to destroy the world.
Wow.
And the sources are clear. Reality literally morphs to reflect their deepest fears. It's not just window dressing.
Okay, explain that bit more. The reality morphing.
Yeah, so the environment itself, the puzzles you face, even the enemies you fight, they shift. They change based on whichever hero-specific fear is dominant at that moment.
So every level could feel completely different depending on whose nightmare you're in.
Exactly. Makes it deeply personal, unpredictable. A really smart twist for a Marvel game, I think.
Yeah, that is fascinating. So who takes point against a threat like that? I mean, who can even fight something messing with reality and minds?
Well, Doctor Strange, naturally.
Had a feeling. He steps up using what they call the internal might of the Vishanti, these ancient super powerful cosmic beings.
Right, the Vishanti.
He uses their power to basically wake up defenders, gather the troops, and he's got his key tools, the Orb of Agamoto, the seeing eye thing.
Classic.
And something called the Somnolent Accords of Agamotto. Sounds like a heavy magical book specifically for dream stuff.
Somnolent Accords. Okay.
And they need more than just Strange's magic. There's this device, the Dreamweaver, in the Sanctum Sanctorum.
A Dreamweaver. Okay.
Yeah, it seems key for interacting with the dream dimension. It gets activated by a shadow key. Also from Agamotto, apparently.
Lots of Agamoto tech.
Definitely. And this lets them basically remote access the dreamscape, find their friends who are trapped in nightmares.
So they're pulling people out of their own heads.
Pretty much. And the situation gets so bad they even bring Sleepwalker, who normally just lives in the mindscape, into the waking world.
Sleepwalker. Wow, okay. They're pulling out all the stops. That tells you how serious it is.
Absolutely. All hands on deck.
The game sounds like it really leans into the personal side of things then, inside these dreamscapes. Like, what does that look like for someone like, say, Scarlet Witch? Yeah, her history's complex.
Oh, definitely. And they use that. For Wanda, her nightmare revolves around her connection to Phaethon and the Darkhold, that forbidden magic book, and just raw chaos magic itself. Her biggest fear is losing control, basically. Becoming the monster she worries she could be.
So the game actually makes you confront that.
Seems like it. It weaves her established lore right into the challenges she faces in her dream. It's not just background flavor text. It's like the obstacle.
That's clever. And you mentioned Moon Knight and Hulk are on the team, too.
Yeah.
I can only imagine their nightmares.
Right, facing their own inner demons, quite literally, which brings up the strategy, How do you fight that?
Yeah.
Well, the core mission is weaken Nightmare by breaking his hold on your friends. You have to travel into their dreams and wake them from the inside.
Okay, so intervention.
But Nightmare's smart. He uses illusions, tries to turn their own fear into a prison. The sources say he taunts them, calls them gullible for falling for his tricks in his own realm.
Ouch. He sounds like a real piece of work.
He knows how to twist the knife, exploit those vulnerabilities, turn their minds against them.
In gameplay-wise, we know it's tactical. The sources mention things like spending mana for skills, ultimate moves.
Yeah, standard tactical RPG stuff seems to be the base. Mana, skills, ultimates. There's even a quote, someone yelling, "Chaos, heed my soul."
Sounds like Scarlet Witch, maybe.
Could be. It all fits this prophecy they mention. When mortals fall to restless dreams and both realms ring with heroes' screams.
Gives you chills. High Stakes doesn't even cover it.
No kidding. But what really makes this game sound unique, I think, is that blend. It's a tactical RPG, sure, but infused with this psychological horror, facing your own fears, literally, in a dreamscape.
Right. It's not just about hitting harder.
Exactly. It feels like strategy might be tied to, I don't know, psychological breakthroughs, making choices about your fear within the game mechanics. It's a really interesting concept.
So, wrapping this up,
Yeah.
what does this all mean for you, listening? I mean, if your deepest fears actually became the battlefield,
Yeah.
the literal landscape you had to fight through, what kind of hero would you be?
Yeah.
It definitely makes you wonder, doesn't it? How much our own internal stuff might be shaping our reality, even when we're awake. Something to chew on.